Good morning and welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Today, me and Orville are going to be hauling Old Yeller up to our next job site. We've also got to get the Kubota tractor moved. We've got apparently some snow moving in, so I don't know if we're going to make it there. You guys stick around and we'll go for a ride, see if we can get everything moved. Alrighty folks, Old Yeller's loaded up. Let's jump in Orville here and head up toward Burnsville, North Carolina. Hopefully this little bit of a snow will hold off until we can get back out of there. Just talked to the customer and he spoke to one of his contractors. Apparently he's not up there. He said he thinks the roads are good. And it just started snowing in Mars Hill, which is kind of between where I'm at now and where we're going. So we're going to gamble on it and try. As long as we have decent roads, we'll just keep going and hopefully make it there. And then this afternoon, I would like to get the tractor moved, but it just depends on how this snow moves in. I just talked to one of my favorite viewers, Mr. Wayne Forbes. He lives up here toward Burnsville, and he said the roads were good, snow's peppering down, but I ran through a little band of snow back there. Hopefully that's just the end of it. I'm looking at all these cars coming down from up on the mountain. They don't look too covered in snow, so I'm confident to keep on pressing ahead. Then again, we might get up here and just get in a blizzard. Who knows? Looks good right now, so we're just going to keep on going. Well, we're down to first gear pulling this hill with this excavator. Hopefully it'll pull it. Looks like they brought the salt shaker up through here too. And man, this is a steep pull. We'll get up here to the top of this little hill. If we make it, at least they've salted. That's the main thing. I'm not going to let my guard down until I get back to the house. I've been watching the trailer tires as I've been cruising down this old road, and I had a good spray coming off, so I know that it's not freezing yet, but I'm not sure how well they salt all of these roads. I know that the snow is laying on the sides, so we can't be far from the road temperature dropping enough to freeze if we get to an area without salt. Phew. That's the hardest pull I think I've ever had to pull with this truck. It made it. Barely, but it made it. Only wreck I've ever had was in a situation like this. Only I was going uphill, road was wet, and then just all of a sudden everything froze over. Just went straight to ice, and I spun out. And there was no just stopping. The truck started sliding backwards, and I was just along for the ride. So I'm hoping we don't have a repeat performance of that today. Adds a little bit of excitement to things, doesn't it? Whew. Well, we're halfway through the challenging part of this day. Pulling up here to the job. Gonna get unloaded. I'm going to drop a link in the upper right hand of you guys' screen right now, and you guys will be able to see how I quoted this job and get a refresher before we actually start the job and hopefully complete it. It's a real mud hole right there. That's going to be the biggest challenging stretch of this little driveway. It is a mud hole. Let me get unloaded and we'll go over this project again. Well, we made it off the trailer. Slid a little bit, but we made it. This driveway has too much of a drop off. Going off the road, we'll be fixing that. Through here won't be too bad. Plenty of pipe sticking out there. guys can see this, all this mud through here. Look at this. Seriously filthy, muddy mess. Can you all believe I am going to turn this muddy, nasty road into a beautiful, gorgeous driveway? There's a hard base under there. We're going to use grading fabric road bond to make this the driveway that this homeowner wants. I went ahead and cut a couple of reliefs right here to get this water draining. That's part of the issue. I mean, sometimes it's as easy as doing this to get these puddles to drain out, and this road can start to recover a little bit at a time. And we're just going to build them a good road. We just got to get the tractor up here now. Oh boy, I don't know if we're going to make it today. It's getting cold enough now that my hands are actually wanting to kind of, it's hard for them to work. So that tells me it's about time to cut and run. I left my 3-foot digging bucket on there. It's not a lot, but just in case it freezes over, it might just be that extra bit of weight I need to get home. We'll see, old yeller. Whew. My heat warm up for a second. Current situation, got the excavator delivered. It is cold, very cold. My hands is froze, my toes is froze. That road's a muddy mess, but I think I can bridge it using that fabric without it having to be completely dry. My plan is to bring the tractor up here, remove all that loose just mud on top of the road, put it on the sides, put fabric down, build our road bed up with road bond, and then I'll use that just muddy nastiness to line it along the sides of the road and grade a taper, and that way we've got that to get water off the top of the road, and then that road shouldn't turn into a mucky mess. In theory. So we get out of here while the getting's good. I really want to make it home today. I don't want it to freeze over. I don't want to spin out. Let's see what we can do here. See right here, our current location, it is 29 degrees. Oh boy. Lucky me, huh? And on top of that, we have about 1 hour before frozen mix on the radar gets to us, which fortunately I'm about, on the return trip, about 45 minutes. As long as we're not held up, these roads don't just freeze over. I'm not seeing much spray coming off of the tires at this point. Bit concerning. I'll just keep my momentum up, and I'm hoping right here I don't see any kind of salt or anything on the road. Right here in this steepest corner right here, it looks like they've dropped a little bit of salt. So that's good. If I can make it back to the main roads, get off these back roads and pig paths, I think we'll be all right. Make it on back to the house. This is just how it is in the winter. It's not easy. I had a feeling we'd be able to get out and get this excavator moved before the temperature started to drop much. I'm extremely thankful to see salt on the road right here. Despite being on a back road, this is not like a main travel way, I don't think. So let's see if we can make it back toward a little bit more civilized areas. Woo! We have successfully made it back to larger highways that we know have been well salted, and we are underway back to the hacienda. Like I say, we've got what looks like a pretty good ice storm approaching within the hour. I'm so thankful that, you know, the weather channel or weather is wrong quite often, but a lot of the times they're right. And I'd rather be warned and it be wrong than to not be warned and just be totally blindsided. So I'm just going to ease on back toward the house. Hopefully we get there before the ice storm, and we will check in with you guys to let you know how it ended up, our return trip, and the plans for the next day or two. Friends, we made it back just in time yesterday before the weather moved in. Actually, it's the day before yesterday. I'm a little bit behind. Day before yesterday, and then yesterday we had about 4 inches of snow, if you guys caught the live streams, up there at the job site. So that put us out of being able to do that job, just like I predicted in the quote that I did for that driveway job. But I received a text this morning from a customer, and this is what I've been telling you guys. He texted us. I had some time to get other quotes. While yours wasn't cheapest, I feel yours will be higher quality with the fabric and road bond steps in there as well. I'm good with the price. Let me know when you can start and what the next steps are. Feel free to call anytime if you prefer. Sam. So that's where it comes in important that you tell somebody exactly what you're going to do, because while somebody else may be cheaper, the customers a lot of times won't ask somebody, well, what if you did this? Or what if you did that, like this other quote says? They just go with what they want done. So there's something for you guys to keep in mind. Don't worry about being the cheapest. Be thorough, be straightforward and honest with your customers, and a lot of times you'll get the bid even if you're not the cheapest guy. So there's still snow up there at the job, I'm sure, because it is freezing cold. It's windy. When you guys see me wearing this hat, you know it's windy outside, or I'm going to be in a machine and I don't want the brim to block you guys' view. Therefore, since we have been delayed a little bit, I don't want to run a chance up and get up 45 minutes from here and an hour from my supplier for the road fabric just to run out. So we're going to run on down there, get another roll of fabric, and we'll come back, hook up the trailer, get the tractor loaded, and make a plan from there. See you guys at Sesco. I think I'll just go ahead and get a couple of rolls of fabric, save me a trip or two down here. That is what $700 looks like. Oof, that's a whole new kind of cold out there today. That is a solid fact. We actually picked up a little gravel driveway job to do this afternoon. So I'm going to take these 2 rolls, drop them off at the yard. Actually, one will go to the yard, the other one will go to the house where my tractor's at, so we can take it up to that other job in Burnsville, North Carolina, where we're working on that muddy driveway mess. And then we'll be going over to work on this other driveway job, which will be a separate video. So let's go drop these things off. Man, it's cold. Cold, 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 cold. only 200 pounds. Hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast. That's it for this video. Be sure to subscribe and join us on the next video. I'm pretty sure that one is going to be on fixing this next little driveway. We're going to do fabric, road bond, roll it, and some fresh washed stone. See you guys there.